sa lahat po sa sambayan ng Pilipino, sa lahat po ng nakikinig, nanonood nitong broadcast na 'to. Ito nga po, this is to confirm, basically that I'm already here in the Czech Republic, here, actually now dito sa ating Philippine Embassy dito sa Prague, 'no? At kasama po ng inyong lingkod si Chief State Counsel, Dennis Chan, 'no? Tulad po ng nabanggit na ho sa mga mas naunang broadcast, narito po kami sa pag-uutos ng ating minamahal na Pangulo para pangunahan yung delegasyon ng DOJ, para ho matukoy itong usapin tungkol ho dun sa pagpapauwi po sa akusado po na dating mamatas si Santiago. First point is that the priority on this matter is very high by the Philippine government. Yung maigting na pagsunod natin sa rule of law, ito pa rin ang sinusunod natin. Mapanagot ang dapat mapanagot at humarap sa kaso na kung saan sila nasasakdal. Pangalawa, pagkilala ito, atin din kinikilala ang iba't ibang proseso, pamamaraan at ng Czech Republic tungkol sa mga usapin na ito. Hindi lamang ng Czech Republic, pati yung mga usapin sa European Union. Yung iba't ibang nilang mga panuntunan para mapauwi yung mga tulad akusado si former Congressman Saldico, paano mapapauwi sa Pilipinas at para harapin niya yung kaya rin po, isang malaking layo po, malaking layo rito ay para mapag-aralan. Kasi batid po natin na ang ayaw po natin samantalahin o pagsamantalahan ng mga akusado sa isang kasong kriminal sa Pilipinas, yung konsepto ng mangingibang bansa na lang ay hindi na mananagot sa batas sa Pilipinas. Ito po yung mahalaga, kaya po kasama rin po sa team ng inyong lingkod, team natin ay yung PCTC. Dito po ay darating po sila itong weekend po, makakasama rin. Ang layunin nga natin ay makipagpulong sa mga representante ng Czech authorities at ng iba pang kinaukulan dito, kasama na yung Interpol, no? Na counterpart, pwede natin makalipon para maayos pa natin yung iba't ibang proseso. So ito po ang layunin ng pagbiyahe natin dito ngayon dito sa Czech Republic. Yes, of course.
Secretary, will we be asking permission to see the former Congressman Zaldico? Magkakaroon po ba ng pagkakataon na mabisita niyo siya o makausap man lang siya, marinig panig nila dahil kahit kanselado ang passport niya, technically, Filipino pa rin man siya.
Hindi sa ganung detalye. Pero yung sa pakikipag-usap, pakikipag-ugnayan sa mga representative ng Czech authorities, patuloy na ginagampanan ng ating embahada dito na ina-arrange yung meeting na yun. No? Kung ano yung particular na pag-uusapan, hindi ko pa maihayag, di ba? Kung kailan at anong oras, di ba? Pero ngayon sa biyahe ko to, yan yung sasalayin. Pakipag-usap sana.
So, tarawin ko lang po, posible na sa pakikipag-usap niyo po sa Czech authorities ay or hihilin niyo sa pakikipag-usap niyo sa Czech authorities na makita masipan na itong si Zaldico.
Kung ito ay papayag sa mga pagkakataon, no, na binibigay at sa panuntunan ng kanilang yung tinatawag natin data privacy nila, di ba? Yung mga panuntunan nila kung paano makakausap, makikita ang isang akusado na tulad ni former Congressman Sandy.
Can you set the record straight? Where is that people? Because the term of the Justice Department that he is under the jurisdiction of the Czech Republic is a very broad term, the jurisdiction itself. It can be anywhere as long as it's in the territory of the Czech Republic, or it can be in a detention facility. Where exactly is that people?
That is something that on that question, I have no specific answer yet as of now.
Why, sir?
I have no relevant and validated information as to that fact. So I don't want to speculate, di ba? Kasi that will lead to misinformation or disinformation. So hangga't hindi po natatapos yung pakikipagpulong ng inyong lingkod sa Czech authorities, sa representative ng Czech authorities, hindi ho ako makakapagbigay ng pahayag ng public.
So what was the basis for the Philippines to say that he is still in jurisdiction when in fact we don't know yet where exactly the former lawyer is?
Ito po ay batay po doon sa mga impormasyon na available po sa amin bago po kami bumiyahe dito.
So nag-relay lang ng Czech authorities na siya ay nasa under jurisdiction wherever that jurisdiction may be?
Ito po ay ang nauna na nga po, ang unang pakikipag-ugnayan na nakalap natin ay mula dun sa mga immigration counterparts at saka yung police counterparts ng ating mga iba't ibang ahensya sa Pilipinas.
So they actually admitted or sent the message to that the Zalipo is in their jurisdiction.
Yung particular na mensahe, no, nirelay lang po sa atin ng ating nung ating immigration authorities at nung ating pong PCTC sa inyong po.
Sir, question po, sa ilalim po at least ng Philippine laws, kapag merong na-apprehend sa border, let's say na walang enough travel documents, the policy is, or the protocol is for them to notify the country of origin or nationality for them to extend assistance to Zalico. I'm guessing that's how the Philippines got wind that Zalico was arrested. Did Zalico refuse the aid of the Philippines in dealing with that situation?
I don't want to speculate on that kasi specifically what we got the information is from the immigration and the police authorities.
Ano po ang
True.
Ano po ang marching orders sa inyo ni Pangulong Bongbong Marcos dito sa particular visit na ito?
Okay. Particular visit. Alamin yung i-validate, i-verify lahat ng dumating na impormasyon. Siyempre, ang pinaka-ultimate objective, di ba? Kailan at paano may uuwi ang akusadong si former Congressman Saldico. At pangatlo, ito, tignan din natin ang mas malalim is paano natin mapapaliit yung mundo, yung pag-aralan, ang sistema. Kasi dito, di ba, sa European Union, borderless sila. Di ba? Very porous yung kanilang mga borders. And they also a peculiar system on data privacy and their system of dealing with these types of cases. So, mas malalim na pag-aaral sa mga bagay na to para matiyak natin na yung mga ginagawa ng ating iba't ibang ahensya ay nakakatugon dun sa pangangailangan na to. Na yung pag-submit, pag-request halimbawa ng red notice, mas kompleto, yung mga dokumento na galing kailangan sa Office of the Ombudsman, galing sa DOJ, galing sa kinaukulang korte, di ba? Ay kompleto para mas mapabilis natin yung proseso.
May I get an update on the application for a red notice with the Interpol? I understand from Secretary John Becremulia, the application was submitted way back in November.
Yes.
So up to now daw po wala pang red notice. Meron po ba tayong na follow-up na ginagawa? At ano na po yung update nito? Because I understand from the international migration expert that we talked to, even if we don't have an extradition treaty with Czech Republic, kapag may dumating na Interpol or red notice from the Interpol at pag-aralan na to ng Czech authorities, pwede nang pag-usapan yung criminal liability niya. Because right now, the violation is just administrative immigration law. Yun lang po yung violation. So, hindi pa nila pwedeng tignan yung criminal agad-agad according to this expert. So, once the red notice from the Interpol is released and is given to the Czech authorities, may posibilidad na raw po na pag-aralan na, busisiin at investigahan yung kanyang criminal liability, and then there's a possibility for an extradition. So, kumusta po yung ating application for
Okay.
red notice?
Application yung sa red notice. Okay, I saw that document. It's a November 24, no? Application for a red notice from the PCTC. To date, no? As far as our records duly verified and validated, wala pang red notice. So today, we will some of our team will be flying in, no, this weekend, no. They will be bringing in all the documents, no, that we know may still be needed for the successful issuance of the red notice. And yung specific update doon, wala pa, no, as of this time. So what information already is available to the public, that's what also available to us. But definitely before I end my trip, no, we will have an update on that. Kaya nga kasama ako at kasama yung PCTC for this trip.
Secretary, what do you think is causing the delay? Is this usual? Once a government requests or applies for a red notice, ganito po ba talaga katagal yung bago maglabas? Or merong possibility na tinitignan din nila yung persecution angle kaya hindi kagad nilalabas yung red notice?
I don't like to speculate, no?
Yeah, but
I don't like to
in terms
speculate.
of yung pagiging usual nito, yung ganito po ba katagal after a government requests or applies for a red notice, ganito po ba talaga katagal bago maglabas? And what do you think is causing the delay?
First, I don't want to speculate if there's an undue delay or otherwise, no? But I don't think there's a due delay. Bakit? Kasi tingnan natin yung case of recent, yung
Yes.
recent memory natin, yung kay Atong Ang.
Okay.
Okay, the arrest warrants were issued last year din, no?
Mhm.
So pag tingnan ninyo parallel, no?
Okay.
Parallel, no? Yan ang of recent event, no? Yan siya ang pinaka-latest na lumabas, di ba? And you've reported that, no? That the red notice for the accused Atong Ang was issued last week.
How long
So
did it take for the red notice to be issued?
we'll relay to you the relevant information. I don't want
Okay.
again to give you
So more or less, this is like the average duration or time period.
it should be coming from the PCTC, the data. Ayaw ko sabihin sa ito yung average, ito kasi that will be speculating on my part.
Sir, what are the bottlenecks when it comes naman po doon sa pag-release or pag-turnover ng Czech authorities kay Zaldico to the Philippines?
But
Ano pong domestic laws are they citing kung bakit po hindi pa po nila ma-turn over agad si Zaldico if they have custody of him?
wala pa kaming ganung pag-uusap.
Wala.
Kasama pa yun.
Sir, kailan po scheduled yung meeting nyo? I understand it's not going to happen today.
Yeah, it's
It's
not
next week.
going to happen today. Yes, hopefully very early next week. Very early next week.
How long are you gonna stay here in Czech Republic?
My flight back is by the 30th. I'm supposed to be already back in Manila, no? So yun yung return flight ko. On the 30th, I'll be already in.
What do you hope to discuss with your Czech counterparts next week?
Yes, basically maraming bagay. Ang ultimate na layunin is, di ba, paano natin magkakaroon pa ng pagmumula ng cooperation para yung mga gantong insidente mas mapabilis, mapadali. Kasi alam niyo ang katotohanan nito, pareho natin ang Czech Republic at ang Pilipinas, di ba? Pumirma tayo pareho dun sa UNCAC, di ba? United Nations Convention Against Corruption. Ibig sabihin nito, ang maliwanag, nagkakaintindihan tayo. It's a universal truth, di ba? Na pareho tayo, galit tayo sa corruption. So, ang ating paniniwala ay dahil dito sa common na paninindigan ng dalawang magkaibigang bansa ay magtutulungan para mapanagot yung dapat
So
mapanagot.
sa instrument of ratification ng Pilipinas, meron po bang exemption when it comes to the UNCAC's extradition argument?
Sa pagkakaalam ko, I have yet to see the document. We need to verify, no? Pero sa pagkakaalam namin, it was 2006 pa. We need to revisit the document. No?
Sir, wala rin kayo
Wala
information doon
information
for the
for
instrument of ratification of the Czech Republic.
Wala pa kami.
That will be discussed at the meeting next week as well.
That could be discussed. I don't want to preempt yung where we will flow. But basically, the general scheme of the discussion would be paano maaayos yung gantong sitwasyon, di ba?
Yung
Hindi lamang
pagpapa-
pag-aayos ng gantong sitwasyon, paglalatag ng isang proseso, hindi lamang yung para kay former Congressman Saldico. Yung similarly situated na sitwasyon na nananaguan yung akusado, at paano pa magkakaroon ng sharing and cooperation between police authorities.
Sir, at home, there is also speculation that Zaldico applied for asylum in the Czech Republic. Can you confirm that as of now?
I cannot confirm that kasi that information is not visible to me.
Sir, so pag nag-meeting kayo ng Czech counterparts po ninyo, is it safe to assume by Monday?
I don't like to.
So right now, you still don't have any schedule with them yet. So, pag nakausap niyo po sila, ang priority natin is UNCAC or deportation.
Well, whichever is fastest. Whichever is fastest. No, whichever is legally feasible and fastest for us. Because at the end of the day, we want the accused to face, di ba, the jurisdiction of the Sandigan Valley.
Do you aim to be escorting him back home to the Philippines once you return to the Philippines on the 30th?
I need to check with law enforcement parameters, no? With the law enforcement parameters, with law enforcement agencies. If it's not feasible, why not? Diba? Again, as I earlier stated, we would pursue the fastest way.
Kung hindi po mangyari yun, what will be your fallback?
We follow the process. Again, we respect kasi yung process, no? Yung legal processes. We don't want to preempt any of the Czech Republic's decision or the EU's decision or any authority. This is really in recognition of them having their own system.
Ano po mensahe niyo dun sa mga nagsasabi na fake news ang aresto o pagkaka-detain kay Zaldico?
Let's verify the facts, di ba? Let's verify the facts. Maliwanag po sa impormasyon na nakarating mula po sa immigration at police authorities natin na nagkaroon po ng tiyempo na si former Congressman Saldico ay nasa ilalim ng jurisdiction ng Czech authorities.
Sir, gaano po ka-recent itong information na to? Because yung iba po sa Pilipinas, some experts are saying that yung kung nasaan si Zaldico may change day by day. Yung status ng pag-stay na under Czech jurisdiction may change tomorrow, may change in 2 days. How recent is the information?
That information is relevant to me nung Tuesday, nung nag-press briefing.
And what guarantee do we have that the Czech authorities would keep him in their jurisdiction? That he has no authority or right to get out of Czech Republic?
There's no such guarantee.
So
We
there
need
is-
to respect their laws.
So there is a possibility that he may have gone out of Czech.
Possible.
And what will be the safety net, sir, kung sakaling wala na po pala dito sa Czech Republic si Zaldico?
Well, we're exploring all things. Basically, ang pinaka natin dyan would be the red notice. But this is actually, pag tinignan nyo itong scenario to, instead of us, di ba, looking at Portugal, looking at other places, no, we know he's in Europe.
By what capacity? I understand he has no Portuguese passport to begin with.
I don't know.
And his Philippine passport is also cancelled.
Yes, exactly. Pinaliliit natin ng mundo yung, di ba, ni former Congressman Sal.
Sir, I understand, and based on research and based on what we also got from this international expert, some 4 years ago, meron naman din tayong binalik na Czech Republic na national dito sa kanilang bansa dahil meron siyang mga kinakaharap na kaso dito. So even without the extradition treaty, ibinalik po yun ng Pilipinas sa gobyerno ng Czech Republic. Will we be using this instance or incident na parang hihilingin din natin dahil nagbalik tayo in the past dahil may malaking kasalanan na ginawa tong national nila. Kaya binalik natin sa kanila. So, pwede ba natin itong maging, kumbaga, reason para hilingin din itong napakahalagang tao na dapat managot ng sa mga corruption cases and malversation cases that he's facing in sa Liga Bayan.
Yes,
Gagamitin niyo yun.
as I earlier stated, diba? Basically, our Department of Foreign Affairs will quarterback basically all our moves here, no? Ang papel ng DOJ would be on all the legal framework on bringing him back. And of course, kung yun ang babalikan ko, yung pinakamabilis at pinakamabisang pamamaraan para mapabalik siya, yun ang gagawin natin.
What's that mode, sir? Ano po yung nakikita nyo yung pinakamabilis and pinakamabis ang pamamaraan?
Well, subject to the internal processes and the internal system of the Czech Republic, di ba? It would be deportation.
Sir, pero sabi natin kanina, there is uncertainty that he is still here. So, paano po magiging feasible yung deportation if there is a big...
Then you're throwing back again the question, di ba? Kaya tayo nagpiping-pong, di ba? Again, di ba? We after we verify, we validate all the factual settings, then we can move forward. Diba? That's precisely the purpose of my coming over here in the Czech Republic and meeting and requesting for that meeting with the Czech authorities.
What would you say is the slippery slope, the bottleneck on bakit po medyo challenging for the Philippine government na, in your words, paliitin yung mundo ni former Congressman Zani po?
Challenging would be, syempre, we need to deal with and respect the authorities of other sovereign states, no? We need to be familiar, and we need to recognize the peculiarities of their system, no? The challenge also is distance, diba? Distance doing it. And peculiar tong EU, di ba? They can cross borders here, really.
Seth, sino exactly or ano-anong mga departments ang makakapulong ninyo next week from the end of the Republic? Yung justice, or will it also include someone from the foreign affairs, from the police? Paano po ba? Sino ang makakapulong?
Actually, the requests have been made, pensions have been made, basically.
To whom exactly?
Actually, yung counterpart natin, which is the
Minister of Justice.
Secretary, the Interior Secretary earlier said na Zaldi po may be home in 3 weeks. Can you deliver based on that timeline of the Interior Secretary?
As I also stated earlier during the Tuesday briefing, di ba? I don't want to preempt, di ba? Kasi I don't want to give that message to the Czech authorities that there's a deadline being imposed on them. We respect their system. We respect their processes.
Was there already an answer or response to your request to meet
For the
them?
meeting?
Mhm.
Ina-arrange pa, ina-finalize pa. But we're really, I think the embassy here is working for that to happen. And I think it will happen. Kasi magkaibigan po tayo. Magkaibigan po tayo ng Czech Republic. Tulad na nabanggit nyo, may mga request sila sa atin, bibigyan natin sila. And sinabi ko rin, di ba? Para maunawaan din ng lahat, di ba? Pareho tayong signatory dun sa UNCAC, di ba? Ayaw din nila na pag may nananaguan na Czech national sa Pilipinas, ay hindi rin mapapaharap sa batas, di ba? Hindi rin mananagot.
What message are you sending with your visit here in Czech Republic?
Well, the first and foremost, this is a priority of the Philippine government. Second, di ba, this is really an opportunity for the Philippine government
to study, to evaluate things and ways we can improve on the processes. Kasi di ba, nabanggit mo rin kanina, November tayo nag-start, now is it's middle April, no? Ang part ng kaya kasama ko si Attorney Dennis, no, is basically to study yung binabanggit niyo na saan tayo nababalahaw, saan nag-ano. Not only for the case of former Congressman Saldico, but basically to ensure that it will not be an opportunity for those who would like to escape, di ba, accountability na, di ba, the European Union. Kasi we know we have partner countries here, we have friendly countries here who are similarly minded, di ba? So, yun yung pinakamaliwanag na mensahe dito. Di ba? Aayusin natin para yung gantong situation hindi na problema. Hindi na problema.
Gaano kahirap ito para sa inyo, itong mission ninyo dito sa Czech Republic?
Mahirap kasi siya kung hindi ka determinado, pero madali lang lahat to. Madali hindi dahil madali ang gagawin. Madali dahil maliwanag yung objective eh, di ba? Mapanagot natin sa batas. Yun dapat man.
Sir, linawin ko lang po, the Philippines has already canceled Zalico's Philippine passport. CMA reported that according to the Portuguese embassy, he also doesn't have a Portuguese passport. Do we have information kung ano po yung travel document na ginagamit niya to go around Europe?
That is something we need to validate. But based on sa transmittal on the police authorities and yung kaninang nirelay ko sa inyo, he was using an expired passport.
Of the Philippines.
Yeah. He was holding on to an expired passport.
Do you have any information kung meron siyang golden visa?
I think one of you said that, no? That you verified. Wala sa akin, hindi visible sa akin that that based on your verification, but I cannot say that hindi ko source yun.
Sir, ano classical sir ng pag-announce po ni President BBM no ito pong situation na about former congressman ko. Kung ito meron po mga situation na kailangan pag-aralan yung procedures ng check law, ano ba yung national na pag-announce na hindi po ba napasama or na parang na-jinx na
Hindi na-change, di napasama. Bakit? Kasi nakita nyo nung nag-announce si Presidente, nag-announce si Secretary John Vic, ang atensyon at focus ng sambayan ng Pilipino na doon. Kasi nakita nyo, top of mind ng Pilipino eh. Diba? At nais ding parating, diba? Ng DOJ, lalo na ng DOJ, diba? Na pag ganito ang bagay na masidhi yung pagnanasa ng sambayan ng Pilipino, kami, Department of Justice nyo kami. Di dapat ang kilos namin para sa sambayan ng Pilipino. Kaya narito ang inyong lingkod, di ba? Narito kami ni Attorney Dennis, di ba? Para may pakita na, kasi nakita nyo yung announcement na yun, nag-trigger, di ba? Ang taas yung traction natin dito. So, ang Department of Justice ay DOJ ng sambayan ng Pilipino. So, ito ang masidhing gusto ng sambayan ng Pilipino, ito ang
Sir, just for the record, sabi po ni Attorney Harry Roque, ang laki raw po ng ninyo, delegation ninyo, at junket lang daw po ang pagpunta nyo dito.
Ako, hindi pa nga ho. Wala pa nga hong tulog si Secretary at si Attorney Dennis, no? Hindi po junket. Hindi po junket. Para po ito sa bisyo po para sa atin.
Secretary, you mentioned po na masidhi yung pagnanasa ng mga Pilipino. Interest is very high. And probably when news comes out later on or tomorrow, maraming madidisappoint because apparently, hindi may uwi si Zaldico. We don't know exactly where he is. There is a chance that he is no longer in the Czech Republic. How will you deal with criticisms that say na baka premature po yung naging announcement doon sa pagkakahuli in the term of the president last week?
I don't want to speculate na baka premature, no? Of course, it could be a reality 5 days from now after my meeting, di ba? It could be a reality. I'll report to you again after my meeting with kung ano yung na-validate at na-verify natin. But again, we move forward based on empirical data, based on what's true. That's why mahalaga malaman yung facts. Di ba? Then from there, we can move forward. May disappointment, possible, di ba? Kasi mataas nga, mas hindi yung pagnanasa. Pero ang ipararating natin sa ating mga kababayan, kung ano man ang sitwasyon, di ba? Hindi naman bumibitaw ang inyong Department of Justice, di ba? Narito ang inyong secretary, narito si Chief State Counsel, di ba? Inaaral natin yung tamang proseso. Kasi ang tamang desisyon, magbubunga lang sa tamang datos. Di ba? So we need to verify, validate first the facts.
So sir, ano ngayon, bali, ang situation po ngayon is DOJ and MOJ na pong nag-usap. Hindi na po kayo nakikipag-usap sa police or nagpasa po ba tayo sa level ngayon?
Alam niyo yung pag-uusap, patuloy yan eh. Network yan eh. Di ba? May mga counterpart sila eh. Patuloy na nagsasalin-salin ng iba't ibang impormasyon. Di ba? Ang masasabi ko lang, yung sa level ng ang engagement na gusto ng Department of Justice is with the Ministry of Justice. Kasi yun yung counterpart ng
Ready po ba sir tayo? Kasi according to our, yung na-interview namin na siya migration experts, this could take at least within 180 days and it could last for a year or more than a year. So meron po ba tayong plan for that if the situation gets prolonged?
Hindi naman ako kailangan mag-stay dito ng ganong katagal, di ba? At marami pa rin tayong trabaho sa Padre Paura, no? Patuloy naman at narito naman may ibang pamamaraan, no? Pero kung ano man yung senaryo, tulad ng sinabi ko, handa ba tayo? Dapat kasi maging handa ang gobyerno, eh. Di ba? Kung ano man yung senaryo. Pero ang pagmumula ng paghahanda kasi, ma-validate muna natin, ma-verify natin kung ano yung talagang factuals. Di ba? And after I will also give another report, no? Another report.
Sir, next week pa yung yung meeting. Ano po yung plans niyo over the weekend for tomorrow and Sunday? What will you be busy with? What will you be up to?
We will have some meetings also, no? Some law enforcement concerns, no? On my part, I will have side meetings, no? I also plan to go to church on Sunday, no? And sabi ni Ambassador, may mga Filipino churchgoers tayo, so I want to meet some of them. And gusto ko rin mag-uwi ng Santo Niño. Diba? At yun. Kasi alam niyo naman, sa Panginoon walang imposible, kaya kapit lang tayo, diba? Pag nandiyan pa sa Santo Niño. So, mahalagang mensahe sa ating mga kababayan, narito po ang inyong Department of Justice, di ba? Kami po ay tumutugon sa inyong pangangailangan, sa inyong kagustuhan, lahat sa ilalim na bumabalot na konsepto ng rule of law. So, ang konsepto nito, mapanagot yung dapat mapanagot at mapaharap sila dun sa kanilang nasasaktan. So, maraming salamat po.
Can we ask you?
Hello, good.
Can we ask for some information?
Of course, nag-brief si Secretary Vidal. Siya ho ang pinaka-senior na government representative sa ating pagpupulong. I just want to assure that the embassy is supporting the efforts of Secretary of Justice on his objectives during his visit.
Ambassador, I understand that you have been, the Ministry of Justice here has been coordinating with the embassy. Instruct someone this one.
No, I think it should be made clear that the Czech government, and as the Philippine press has experienced, they are very, very strict in their protection of the rights of the individual and the data privacy regulations of not only the Czech Republic, but also the European Union. So we, as the Secretary and the President said, we will respect the legal processes here in the Czech Republic dahil tayo po ang dayuhan dito. It is their legal process and we will respect